Hey, what up, y'all? Welcome back, Replicon Radio. I got a special little treat today. Writer and director, Miss Issa Lopez. Getting ready to drop the new movie, Tigers Are Not Afraid. Comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, video on demand, steel book, all that good stuff. Next week, May 5th. So it's going to come out for everyone to enjoy, and we're going to talk to the woman behind it. So let's hop on into that.
Oh,
Hey, Issa, how you doing?
I'm good, considering that the world is falling apart around us. Oh, good.
Right? Absolutely, it's definitely crazy times. Well, we appreciate you. You're taking the time out to hang out with us here at Replicon Radio.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Um, so essentially, we definitely want to talk about the new movie, Tigers Aren't Afraid, but we like to get to know our guests a little bit more. Like you were born and raised in Mexico City, correct?
That's correct. I was.
So how did you like? Did you have a love for movies growing up? Like, how did you end up essentially getting into movies? I know that wasn't your initial plan. So, like, how did it all
Well,
get started for you?
I always, I had a complicated childhood. My mother died when I was very young. I was 8. And I was basically, since then, raised by my father with a younger sister. And my refuge out of a complicated life was in movies mostly, and books, and comic books, and a passion for genre. And what happened is, along the way, I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, of course, and it completely blew my mind. And I was so obsessed with the movie, and I couldn't translate it into passion for movies, and I translated it into passion for archaeology, and I became an archaeologist,
Oh,
which is a fascinating path. But down the line, while I was on the way to finish the study, I realized that was not it. That was not going to capture the magic and the sense of adventure and the thrill that I was looking for, and that was movie, and that was the movie, and I just dropped everything and turned to my dad and said, "Hey, I know I've been pursuing this for a long time, but it's movies." And he said, "Well, yeah, there's no movies being made in Mexico. There were 8 per year at that point, but if it's your true passion, you cannot deny it." And he helped me in studying for a very hard selection process to get to the most prestigious film school in Mexico. Juaron attended it, and Chivo attended it, and I got selected, which was amazingly surprising. And here I am, so many years later.
that's so awesome. To think Indiana Jones tricked you into going to archaeology. That's pretty awesome. So then,
Yeah, that was also very confused for me to go into. Oh, I know. I want to find a lost city. No, I want to make a movie about finding a lost city. It's different.
totally, that's so cool. And then to come around like years later, and now here we are after changing all that and going through all this. We're here talking about Tigers Are Not Afraid, which has gotten a lot of publicity, especially from the people recognizing how great the movie is, including Steven Spielberg and Guillermo del Toro. So now you have the essentially guy that was part of the reason you started this, even though you kind of went on the wrong track. Now praising the films you're making. That has to be pretty surreal for you.
It was amazing and surreal. Let me say that Steven Spielberg hasn't reached out, but Stephen King did, who was also a hero of mine. I'm still waiting on Spielberg, though. I'm not going to give up on that.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
but Stephen King and Guillermo del Toro and Neil Gaiman did, and those are 3 forces in behind the storyteller that I am. today, no doubt. So it feels a little bit surreal that the heroes that you grew up obsessed with turn around and pat you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, this is good." It just you have a little moment of maybe I should uh, end my career here. It's good enough. Let's not ruin it. But we're stubborn creatures, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. That's amazing. So obviously you started doing film, like you did a lot of writing and stuff for TV's film, and then you started doing your own, making your own stuff. And obviously, the reception behind Tigers Aren't Afraid has been, massive. And that started. You actually put this out in 2017 to like the film festival circuits and stuff like that, correct?
Yeah, but there's a story before that even. For an entire year before it opened in Fantastic Fest, I applied to every major film festival that you can imagine in the world. Venice, Toronto, Berlin, Tribeca, South by Southwest, Sundance, every festival. And it got rejected for every single one of them.
Wow.
And that makes you doubt everything from the quality of the movie to the quality of the filmmaker you are. Because it doesn't matter how sure you are of what you did, when you get the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the eighth rejection from, serious people that know cinema, it starts getting under the skin for sure.
Oh,
But I had a feeling that the movie was different and was saying important things using the elements of genre of cinema. And I felt it needed to be seen by audiences, and I didn't let go. And eventually I decided that the path was to go with genre festivals and Fantastic Fest in this case, because that audience was going to respond to my passion for the supernatural and the ghostly, but also for stories with a heart and something meaningful to say. And that's how it happened. That's how it cracked when you find your audience.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on all that.
Thank you.
And for anyone who's the movie comes out May 5th on Blu-ray, DVD, video on demand. So everybody see it. For anyone that may not follow you or know about the movie, without giving away too much, like what would you best describe this movie as? Like, I know it's been told as like a dark fairy tale, but what would be your synopsis on the film for people?
It is a ghostly fairy tale. It's kind of Peter Pan and Wendy. Maybe Wendy and Peter Pan. It depends on how you approach the movie. Set in the context of the drug war and the gang violence in Mexico, that pushes children to stand on their own and come together and become lost children in a way, and their adventures facing Captain Garfield on Captain Hook on one side, and on the other side facing the ghosts of the people they lost. Because when someone is taken from your life, the way that people disappear in Latin America, it never ends there. Their ghosts walk with you wherever you go. So it's a ghost story, it's Peter Pan, and it's a thriller of these kids trying to survive in the middle of gang violence. It's those three things.
Wow, yeah, it's definitely a super interesting movie, and you have to pay a lot of attention to all the stuff going on and all the moving. I don't want to give too much away, but all the things moving and the things happening, and there's a lot going on, which I feel like there's a lot of the people see the darkness in the comparison to like Guillermo del Toro with all the I don't know, with all the things happening and all the eerie stuff going on in the movie. It's definitely interesting, and you got to keep your eye out through the whole thing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So when that comes out, was that so? Obviously, with all the mess going on in the world, was this originally intended to come out to theaters, and now we're just looking at a Blu-ray, DVD on-demand release, or was this the initial idea from the get?
No, the movie had a run in August, September, and October last year in the U.S. And it was amazing. That's where it got the the reviews and the coverage and got the certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes of all of that. And because of that audience that it captivated during that run, is that we're getting to a physical release. We've been on a streaming since late last year. We went first on Shudder, and then you can get the video on iTunes and on Amazon. But now we're going physical, which is a luxury not all movies get, and especially because this physical release has so many extras. It's a filmmaker's dream. It has commentary. It has a very long featurette, a making of 45 minutes. It has the casting calls with the kids, concept art. All of that is in this physical release. So that's what we're doing now, May 5th.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Hey
congratulations
guys, we have
on all
time
that.
for one quick question.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So with all the success of this, obviously everybody go check it out. May 5th. Tigers Are Not Afraid. Everybody's been talking about how much Guillermo del Toro liked it, and he has announced that you guys are working together. He's going to help you on the next movie. That's some sort of horror cowboy or some western. Can you tell us a little more about what's to come in the future for that?
Yeah, it's a werewolf western. It's supernatural western, and it puts together two passions of mine, which is western movies and the supernatural, the werewolf side of it. And since I was writing the movie, because it marries very harsh reality with fantasy and ghostly elements, I knew Guillermo was going to respond to it, but it was possible to get to him until the movie got to the festival circuit and got the reviews that constantly compared and pointed at the influence here. So he got curious watching the movie, and lovely guy, he reached out to say, let's make a movie together. And we were looking for the right project, and along came this very dark, very violent, kind of philosophical western with werewolves in it. I delivered the second draft recently, and I'm waiting for notes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see that. Do you have a title for the movie or a working title?
We have a working title, but I was asked to hold it, so it will come. It's a pretty cool title. I'm
Awesome.
excited about it.
Well, we look forward to seeing it. Everybody go see Tigers Are Not Afraid. It comes out on Blu-ray, DVD. Purchase a copy May 5th. Again, thank you so much for taking your time to hang out with us, Issa. And we look forward to seeing what you have next and all the success in the future for you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
nice
much.
weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, there it is. Issa Lopez. So glad the lady that patched us through said her name, or I'd have messed it up. Again, that comes out May 5th. Tigers Are Not Afraid. It literally got a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's won over 50 awards worldwide. It's definitely an interesting film, man. It is. It's in subtitles for everyone out there, so it's definitely something you have to pay attention to and keep interest. But it's pretty cool. So go check it out and make sure you guys follow Issa Lopez. Pretty sure it's going to be a big deal if she's not already. So thanks for checking us out. Make sure you follow us, Replicon Radio on YouTube, and everything over at repliconradio.com. We appreciate it. Thanks.